To tonight's matchup between the Seton Catholic Sentinels and your St. Mary's Knights. In just a few moments, we'll have the starting lineup for each team. But at this time, we ask that you please stand and please remove your caps for the invocation and national anthem. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all the gifts you've given us. Help protect these young athletes from injury and harm as they compete tonight, and continually watch over them as they display their skills, wisdom, and strengths. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. And now, our national anthem. This evening's starting lineup, first for the visiting Seton Catholic Sentinels. A senior, number 0, Miguel Grijalva. A senior, number 1, Alejandro Burns. A sophomore, number 3, KJ Kowski. A senior, number 11, Luke Padilla. And a senior, number 33, Julian Garcia. At 50% of Carter 80, his assistant, Dayton Whitbush, Ernie Cornian, Tom Denise, Andrew Pittsburgh. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet your St. Mary's Knights. A 6'3" junior, number 20, AJ Muandumba. A 6'9" sophomore, number 15, Cameron Williams. A 6'7" junior, number 13, Caspian Jones. A 5'10" senior, number 3, Kenny White. And a 6'2" senior, number 1, Styles Fitz. Head coach for the Knights is David Lopez. His assistants are Simon Fitz, Troy Sirocco, Kevin Gidney, Mark Dobbins, and Jonathan Maciel.
St. Mary's Knights basketball on We Are SM Hoops YouTube Live, back for another region matchup here inside Boole Gymnasium. Alongside Chris Ferendorf, Alex Coyle here. The Knights taking on Seton Catholic for the second time this season. Last time a solid victory at Seton. And the Knights again still have not lost here in the new year. Trying to take this great momentum on through into the tournament playoffs as Caspian Jones gets the scoring started with the layup.
Yeah, 10 consecutive wins for St. Mary's, including this weekend when they went to California and beat a pretty good Crean Lutheran team by more than 30 points.
Dumba will take it the other way. Cam Williams now on the corner. Styles Phipps straight away. A little deep, but he's going to take the three. It's long. And the rebound will go to Seton Catholic's Miguel Grijalva. Now Luke Padilla. Last matchup was very physical, hard fought. Much closer than St. Mary's would have liked, but then really pulled away in that fourth quarter. Padilla struggles with that pass. Now fires it underneath to Alejandro Burns to even us up at 2. Styles between the legs, working in the lane, gets contact, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Hey, you mentioned that last matchup versus Seton. St. Mary's ended up winning by 17 points, but all the way up until that fourth quarter, it was a really close, hard-fought, physical game, like you mentioned, Alex. And for the most part, a lot of that was because of their guard, sophomore guard KJ Fauski. He ended up with 17 points, including 5 of 8 from 3. He really kept them in the first half.
And he started 3 of 3 in that first half. Also the foul trouble on a number of Knights players. Styles hits a both. Knights into that full court pressure. And across. Seton really didn't struggle too much with the full court pressure a couple weeks ago. Now into the half court. The shot clock in this game, having issues with the clocks here at Bull Gymnasium, so they don't have it on currently. Now it's Burns. Another corner. Padilla on the hard drive. Pinballs around, and it's grabbed by Grijalva. He'll shoot the mid-range, way long. Rebound goes to Cash. Out to Williams, into the corner. Kenny White, pump fakes, drives baseline. Styles wide open, cross-court pass. He's going to drive into the lane, takes on 4, and gets fouled.
It's the ball movement of St. Mary's, I think, that has really started to come along this season. You know, at the start of this year, I thought maybe Styles Phipps had to grow into how to fit Cam Williams into this offense, but this starting 5 has really grown into their roles, and I think Styles Phipps has done a tremendous job of bringing in Cam Williams and learning to trust that mid-range jump shot.
Good sign for Styles, starting 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and that's the difference in this game so far, 6-2. Seton pretty easily cuts that one, and a foul and 1. Bump by Mondumba was Luke Padilla, and the senior's going to go to the line for a 3-point play.
When it's those types of fouls that were keeping Seton in the game the last time these two teams played, it's those unnecessary bodily control fouls that St. Mary's was committing the last time they played at Seton.
Padilla hits the free throw, and all of a sudden it's a 1-point game. Still early, just over 2 minutes in. Cash. Much bigger size advantage for St. Mary's in this matchup. Cam Williams, little sky hook, can't get it to go. And now Seton a chance to take the lead. Been tied at 2. They have not led until now. High off the glass as Garcia gets in on the action, and another senior. 7-6. 5-0 run for Seton. Styles working on Garcia. Into the corner. Kenny open for 3. Splashes it home. That's one of those big question marks. Possible X factor is who's going to take over from beyond the arc shooting the 3 for St. Mary's.
And the starting lineup, it kind of has to rely on Kenny White and Styles Phipps from along the perimeter.
Padilla working on Kenny. Picks up his dribble. Back out to Garcia. Spins around, almost travels, and throws the basketball away. It'll be St. Mary's ball. Good hounding defense there in the half court.
Yeah, I talked about the team offense earlier, but on the other end, St. Mary's defense has really honed in their last 10 or so games. Kept, for the most part, teams under 60 points in their region.
3 more games here in region play, and then a week and a half off, week to determine seeding and The Open Division currently at number 6 in the Open Division. Here comes a lob to Cash and the one-hand slam. They've been trying to get on the same page with that play the last 2 weeks, and they finally get it done. And here comes a possible another. These guys are fun to watch when they're at the top of their game.
When that full court press is working, the highlight reels come out for this St. Mary's team.
Happens quickly as Cash will pick up a foul up there. Trying to set up a trap. Fouls Garcia, who will check out. Actually, no, he'll stay in. Brock Steele will come in for Alejandro Burns. It's actually halfway through the first year. Knights, their largest lead of 6. Gets out of bounds, and it's going to be Knights basketball.
And I'm telling you, Styles Phipps has really taken his defense to another level come region play. He knows he can get in there, get steals, and extend St. Mary's lead versus some of these weaker opponents in their AIA schedule.
Big to big, good feed from Cam Williams. He finds Caspian Jones. It's too easy for him, an 8-point lead now. Knights were down 7-6. Julian Garcia into the lane, Styles on him, stops, pops, he's short. Confident rebound for Cam. Williams, a good ball handler for his size, finds Kenny. Good, strong drive and a good finish. You don't usually see that kind of stuff from him, but everything working for St. Mary's, and that leads to a timeout.
I mean, that finish was almost Styles Phipps-esque right there. Double clutch, underneath another defender, lefty finish from Kenny White. If he's providing offense like that and extending and hitting shots from beyond the arc, I mean, that just opens up a whole nother level of offense for this St. Mary's squad.
He's got 5. Caspian Jones off to a great start, 2 dunks and a good feed from Cam Williams. Pretty much everybody is factored in. Coach Lopez staying with the starting 5 for this majority of this first quarter. Usually at this point we've seen a couple of subs, but starting to find that rotation, knowing it's the last week of the regular season, and really ride the guys that are going to give you the bulk of the minutes come playoff time.
Yeah, especially because come playoff time, most teams kind of shorten up their rotations. We've seen that with Coach Damon Lopez as well. You know, he picks around 7, anywhere between 6 and 8 guys he fully trusts, and unless his players are in foul trouble, that's who he's going to ride with. This starting 5's worked out good for a couple of weeks straight now.
Seton out of the timeout. Break that pressure again rather easily. Garcia, too much dribbling, finally gets it out. Padilla pump fake into the lane. Trying to swing it around. Foskey. Garcia, he'll drive to the left. Get fouled by Cash. That'll be Cash's second foul. He took a little bump on the face too.
The foul trouble is something St. Mary's is going to have to watch and maybe shorten up come playoff time. Because any of these starting 5 players, if they get in foul trouble, you know, they each bring something unique to the starting 5, and I think that's why it's been working so well. You want all these guys on the floor at all times.
It's good to have, you know, Cash not only back, but fully into the basketball pace of things still. Styles kicks it out. Good ball movement here into another 3. That's long. Rebound from AJ. Keeps the possession alive. Now gets it to the corner. Cash. Steal on him. He's going to eyeball the 3 and hit. Had plenty of time to stare that one down. Picked his spot and hit it.
We haven't
14-0 run.
Well, and we haven't seen Caspian Jones extend his game out to the three-point line as much as we did last year. But if he's going to be knocking them down again, that's just another player that St. Mary's could rely on from beyond the arc.
Padilla through a couple screens, takes it, and is fouled and one. They're going to give the foul to Kenny White here. And Padilla, the leading scorer for Seton, going to head back to the free throw line, and that ends that 14-0 run. Also bring in the first sub for St. Mary's after this free throw's made. Martinez Jefferson comes in for Cash, who has 2 fouls.
Jefferson will attempt to bring a lot of the same physicality on rebounds and defense that Caspian Jones does.
Styles is trapped to dribble out of it. Finds Cam. Pull up. In rhythm. Good rebound. Jefferson got hit on the arm. I'm not going to call that. Garcia, dribble move, picks up that dribble. Almost throws it away. Padilla and AJ guarding him. Steal straight away, thought 3, no. Now Grijalva drives baseline back out to Foskey. He's trapped over there in the corner. Swarm him. Grijalva back into the lane, kick it back out. Garcia open for 3, splat.
Some great ball movement there from Seton. Probably their best possession so far of this early first quarter.
Styles, he'll pull up high off the glass, hit and got hit. Looks like the official didn't like that one. Forearm shiver right to the waistband. That ends a Seton 6-0 run. Halva, he's trapped in the corner. Good length down there. Garcia wanting back-to-back threes. That one's a bit long. Rebound to Williams. Under a minute to go in the first. Styles into a 3. That's long. High arcing rebound that time from Cam. Gets it blocked. Goes back to St. Mary's. 35 left in this quarter. On the free throw line. Lots of contact and a late foul call.
Cam Williams, he's one of those players that seems to get hacked more often than not, and the refs don't call it, if that makes any sort of sense. Like he draws a lot of contact that goes unwhistled.
And I think a lot of that has to do, I think it's just because he's just, in this region anyway, flat out taller than every single person. He has at least 4 inches on most of the guys that he's that are guarding him, including a head taller than the man on him right now in Garcia. Forces that shot. Now Seton the other way. Hold for the final shot here. 18 seconds left. Steele. How's that one picked? Right back into the corner for Foskey. Picked up by Colby Barnes fresh into the game. He came in for Kenny White. Styles with 3. Finds Colby. Shoots to the 3 from the corner. No good. Had to kind of double pump with the contest that time, and the quarter ends 22-13 in favor of St. Mary's.
Yeah, good quarter overall from the Knights, but the main difference between this first quarter and the last first quarter versus Seton on January 18th was they didn't let KJ Fauski get open. They didn't let him hit any open threes. He only actually had 1 shot attempt on that forced 3-pointer right there with 5 seconds left, and he's off rhythm, and I think St. Mary's has really honed in on not only him, but as a group, this Seton team that plays well together as a team. But again, that first quarter, the last time these two teams played, it was Fauski. I believe you said he hit his first 4 threes.
Yep. 3 for 3 to start, but yes, and then he ended up hitting 5 in the game. But that quarter was summed up by the 14-0 run that saw St. Mary's go from down 7-6 to up 20-7.
Well, and like you mentioned, Seton has probably been the best team in this region at breaking down St. Mary's full court press. So a little bit surprising to see the Sentinels not able to get the ball across half court with as much ease as they did the last time these two teams played. But again, Caspian Jones does make a pretty big impact on that full court press. So once you get a player like him back, that obviously impacts the game defensively.
Soon this second quarter, Styles gets a steal right off the bat. Tries to go with the tomahawk slam and just missed off the back rim. Steal the other way. It's his own miss. Back out Garcia. Free throw line jumper's no good. Grabs the miss again to steal. Now the fight for that. And A.J. Mondumba secures the jump ball. I do have to note, Chris, during the break between quarters, a couple members of the GCU coaching staff did walk in for this one. Of course, Styles signed to play at Grand Canyon next season. Colby Barnes. Styles working on steal. Free throw line pull up. That one's no good. But Halva comes away with that rebound. And a double dribble going to be called here on Garcia as he tried to look up the floor for Foskey.
If there is one player that St. Mary's probably wants to be the primary ball handler, getting the ball across the press, it would be Julian Garcia. He's their biggest player and probably the least confident with the ball in his hands, at least dribbling-wise.
Couple more subs getting ready to check in for St. Mary's. Styles straight away. Working on steal now, a lot of contact, and he'll go to the free throw line for the 5th and 6th attempts.
And I think that's a good heads-up play from Styles Phipps, because Brock Steele has really been defending him more physically than any Sentinel player and being overtly aggressive. I think Styles knew he could get some free throws out of him.
Cash comes in for Williams. Sebastian Hatzakorzian comes in for A.J. Mondumba. Now we're seeing more of that depth off the bench to start this second quarter. 2 starters in for the Knights. That was Styles' first miss from the line. Started 5 for 5. Now Padilla in the lane finds Grijalva. Probably should have just taken that up himself instead of feeding Grijalva with 3 Knights. And Grijalva's listed at 5'10", but that's rather generous. Into the lane, little floater. Short from Barnes, gets his miss, puts it back up and in.
He's provided a real offensive spark off the bench. For this St. Mary's team that's really needed something like that, especially since John Ferendorf, Anthony Maciel, Caspian Jones, were really all pretty big offensive pieces for St. Mary's. They were out with injuries for a while.
Yeah, he had some confident shooting and confident ball handling off the bench as a freshman. They're going to call a late foul on Sebastian here and see if that's a shooting foul or off a pass. And they're going to put Padilla at the line.
Well, and just going back to Barnes, he's not a guy that shies away from the spotlight. You go back to that Brophy game where he iced it with some key free throws, and he's the type of guy where if he's open on the perimeter, he's going to take the shot, not think twice.
Actually, it was a 3-point attempt. They're going to give him 3 free throws here. It's the second one. 11-point St. Mary's lead. Jefferson fights for the rebound, but a bad pass goes to Grijalva. Steele, flat-footed catches, drives through. Looked like he walked. Finds Padilla again. Dribble it back out. Now attack Hatzakorzian. Good help defense from St. Mary's here. Padilla straight away. Now he'll isolate, find Steele. Hova, Jefferson on him. Attacks him. Rebound Jefferson. Knights look to push. 4 on 3 if they hurry. Styles into the lane. Lob coming. And Cash rattles it home.
That chemistry is definitely here tonight. Like you mentioned, we've been waiting for those alley-oops, and now we just need a Styles Phipps to Cameron Williams one to come through.
Yeah, Cash almost brought the entire stanchion down on the backboard. Styles creates another steal. Here comes Colby Barnes. He's going to take it all the way and lay it in with the right hand. Knights by 15. That one straight to Styles. Attack steal. Gets contact. Can't finish, though. Go to the line for the fourth set of free throws here, though.
Fouls number 10, Brock Steele. That's his third, second team foul.
And again, Styles Phipps continuing to attack Brock Steele, the sophomore. That's his third foul. I believe all three of them have come while guarding the senior point guard, Phipps.
And that's 3 fouls off the bench as well as David Rodriguez gets set to check in.
Can we hit on Styles Phipps' improvement at the free throw line, not just in tonight's game, but really throughout the second half of this season? He started out this year with some struggles from the free throw line, but really since then, he has taken it up a notch, and that's a goal that he told the team he wanted to improve upon, and he's hit on it.
7 of 8 here tonight. And Styles going to get a foul here, a little aggressive. His first. Luke Padilla finds Gio Barone, his first action here tonight. Came in for Steele after Steele picked up that third foul. Padilla back down to Burns. No look past Grijalva. A little offline, back to Burns. Free throw line jumper off the mark. Seton is struggling from the floor here tonight, as opposed to a hot start that they had in the second half last time out. Barnes through contact. David Rodriguez, rather. Styles will pick up another foul.
Well, and going back to that first game, it was KJ Fauski who provided that offensive spark, and he's been on the bench for quite some time in this second quarter. Not totally sure why, because he really extends the floor for a Seton team that needs that type of shooter out there.
He's only touched the ball 1 or 2 times in this game. That would have been a chance for him to shoot it off that type of inbound. Instead, it's Grijalva. Take the 3 here, high arcing shot. Another rebound for Styles. Barnes for 3. Padilla thought about it. Pace has really slowed up last couple minutes. Garcia lays it in with the finger roll. Back on that last possession, Seton went to a mini zone. Now they'll go back man. Ash gets the flyby, absolutely puts on the brakes. Sent Burns flying for an easy 2. They'll kick it out of bounds.
Well, and he's just so collected on his drives and how he finishes at the rim. He's not, his stature you might think he's one of those players that might pick up a decent amount of offensive fouls, but he really plays calm and collected to the point where he's not going to pick up many charges.
Stands at 6'7". The good frame. Alejandro Burns finds Garcia. Too much on that free throw line jumper. Now Cash wants to push the break, 3-on-3. Wide open for 3 is Kenny, and he gets fouled on the shot, and he'll head to the free throw line. Fosky checked in for momentarily and picks up another foul. It's his first foul, which is even more perplexing why he was sitting on the bench for so long.
And he seems pretty frustrated with that foul. He seemed frustrated sitting on the bench. For a shooter like him, you have to think it's probably his frustration stems from not touching the ball on offense.
Well, and you, as a shooter, you want to get in there and find your rhythm early on in a game. St. Mary's is knocking down their free throws today. Kenny goes 3 for 3.
Yeah, they must have practiced those a decent amount because from the start of the year to now, St. Mary's as a team has improved tremendously from the line.
That was really one of the big weaknesses in terms of closing out games in that first 5-game stretch. A couple of games that could have been won with a couple of free throws to ice the game, just didn't hit them. Good defense that time. Now wide open on the outlet is Kenny. He's been great today. He's got 10.
And every one of his points has seemed like the right shot.
His only miss from the floor came on the 3 that he got fouled on. Of course, that doesn't technically go on the stat sheet as a miss. Styles splits between 2. Good jump stop, body control, and lays it in. And here's a timeout from Carter Abbott. He ballooned it to 24-point game.
Well, this timeout probably came a little bit later than I would have called it. Especially because offensively, Seton has just had nothing going for them in this second quarter. Not like they really had a tremendous offense the last time these two teams played. Like we've hit on multiple times, it was Fauski from the field and then free throws from the line in the first half that were keeping them in it. But
they still put up 60 points and 77-60.
Yeah.
And how physical and slow the pace of that game was.
Not on pace for 60 tonight.
No.
With the shot clock, you might think or with the shot clock off, you might think maybe Seton tries to settle down, but they haven't really done that either.
And they turn it over right away. Here comes a lob, the one you were asking for. Styles to Cam for 2.
I mean, that right there was a little Mahomey with how he threw it up there, Alex.
Joe Barone finds Burns. Can't hit. They're just struggling in every facet. There's Kenny. Back to Styles with a head of steam. Corner for a cash 3. It's long. Rodriguez gets the rebound. Looked like a lot of contact, but they're going to call a foul on the other way, and that's going to go against Cam Williams on the rebound.
You think Styles Phipps is the Patrick Mahomes of AIA basketball, Alex? A fair comparison? A little Mahomey in him?
Which one's the Travis Kelce on the team then?
Probably Caspian Jones would have to be my guess.
Barone.
Well, where's his Taylor Swift?
Fortunately, we don't have any more camera angles than just this one, or else we'd show her a billion times. Styles will hold for the final shot with 10 seconds left. Working on Barone. Through the lane. Out of contact, and Cash hung on the rim, or else that was falling through. And that's the half. 42-16, the Knights in front.
Overall, just dominating first half from St. Mary's, and that was from a team that for a while to start the year was struggling, Alex. They've won 10 straight now, and looks like they're on the road to an 11th, but this is how you want your team to look in the last week of regular season play, and that's how Coach Damon Lopez has his squad looking in tonight's action.
We'll take a break and be back for half number 2. Knights lead 42-16. Knights lead by 26 as we have 80 minutes left in this game, Chris, according to the scoreboard.
Let's just play it all.
Pretty much dominated the entire portion of this ever since it was a 7-6 Seton lead.
What would
earlier
the
on in
final
that first
score
quarter.
be if they played 80 minutes? A lot to a little.
It's looking that way anyways. Padilla, this is the 3. Knights with their starting 5. A.J. Mondumba. That one shot out of his hand. Grijalva off the screen. Into the corner. Burns thought about it. Now back on the post. Grijalva. No chance to post cash up, so he'll just dribble back out to the perimeter. Padilla will drive baseline. Good pass, but Burns just blew that one. Missed the bunny. Cash. That's going to be a charge.
Well, there's that offensive foul
I
call
was
that I
gonna
said
say, you
he
jinxed
never
it.
picks up. And usually on a drive like that, he attempts the Euro step from what I've seen in games past. Surprised he went away from that move.
Coach Lopez even a little smirk on his face. Neither team has scored a minute into the second half. Oski has not had a shot attempt tonight. In the corner. Padilla. Can't hit. Styles, he'll pull up for 3. He's struggling from the line, but gets his own miss. From the three-point line, that is. Of course, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. A lot of contact, and Williams finally fouled.
Yeah, you're probably right. When you have about 4 or 5 inches on every player, you don't get the whistle as often as you would if you were matched up with someone the same size as you.
I mean, look, Burns is guarding him right now. That's a foot difference right there. Styles and 1. It's almost impossible for anybody in really 4A to match up with this team.
Mm-hmm. Not only the size, but also the strength. You know, we mentioned a guy like Styles Phipps, standing about 6'2", 6'3", but you wouldn't be able to tell from up here, but he is one of the strongest players on the court at all times, no matter who they're playing.
Add in the athleticism, too, and that's the reason you get a lot of the scores the way they are right now. A 30-point lead. Grijalva into the lane, bumped off his line. Padilla shot his head back like he got clocked in the face. Referee saw through that, and Williams swats it into the student section.
This starting 5 has played a significant amount of minutes tonight. You have to wonder, like you said, Alex, if that's Coach Lopez trying to get them prepared for the playoffs. Coming up in, I believe, 2 weeks.
Got 2 more games, Wednesday at Saguaro, and then Friday a senior night matchup with, I believe it's Arcadia. AJ trying to bring down the house. Styles out of nowhere picks that one off. Finds AJ again, knifes through, and lays it in.
His improvement near the basket is something that we have to mention in AJ Mondumba. If you would have told me 2 years ago that he would be knifing through the paint like that, I would have told you that's not something that he does.
Rebound kept in by Styles. One hand, long outlet pass for 3, and Kenny White knocks it down. They're just having fun right now. They've ballooned it all the way to a 35-point lead, and Seton has not scored since halftime.
Well, and it just looks like on offense they don't have any plan, the Sentinels that is. They're bringing the ball down, and they're acting like they want to run a set, but they're just not. You know, there's no off-ball movement, there's no back screens or handoffs, and just kind of confused as to what is going on there offensively for Seton.
And some lazy passing to go along with it, too. You want to pass through a team that's like we just got done talking about, that's as long, as strong, and as athletic as the St. Mary's team. You got to be confident. You got to be firm with that stuff, or else it's going to get swatted away.
Well, and Coach Lopez has told us before as well that when St. Mary's kind of plays around with their food, the opposing team gets more confident.
Yep.
And so when you come out and just hold on to a commanding lead like St. Mary's has today, that just destroys a team's confidence. And you can see it on the court tonight for Seton. Their confidence levels are just not where they were a couple weeks ago.
Gotta go the full length here. And spot to put it in the corner, but they bring it back out. Garcia gets that one to Padilla, and he traveled. Knights almost kind of baited him into throwing that pass and set up right into the trap. Styles a lob to Cash. That's a little off the mark on the feet. Maybe mistimed the jump as well. Barone. No, good job to pounce on that one from AJ, and the Knights head the other way. Kenny. Crossover. Nice throw. Right-hand lay-in. Charge. It's an interesting spot to get a charge foul called because Grijalva, the man that threw it, was standing directly underneath the basket.
Yeah, and
in college or in the NBA, that's in the restricted arc, and it's not a charge as Jaden Bean checks in.
well, and Dylan, Alvidrez.
An aggressive player from the varsity game that we just witnessed.
Junior varsity, yep.
Or JV, yep. Has his shirt tucked in this time, though.
He's buttoned up for varsity action, Alex.
And a foul going to be called. They're going to send Cash to the line. Foul called on Luke Whitus, a senior that's checking in for the first time as well. Actually, check that. That's number 33, Julian Garcia. All up the sideline, almost dribbled into a foul. Garcia, free throw line jumper for the first points in half number 2 for Seton Catholic. Styles, he'll pull up for 3 and hit it, his first 3 of the game. Knights answer right back. On delay, game warning here on Cameron Williams.
And I believe the referee told the St. Mary's player he has to hand the ball directly to the opposing player. That's not something I've heard before.
Garcia collects the N1. 4th foul on Cash. Anthony Maciel getting ready to check back in.
I believe this is actually Maciel's first minutes of the game.
Yep. And immediately they got to make sure he tucks that shirt in, Chris.
Yep. Because if you don't have it tucked in, you're not ready to play basketball. It's a rule.
Maciel ready for the 3, a little bit long.
It's a rule according to some refs.
Yep. Grijalva in the lane.
Tough night
It's a rule that they only apply to the team wearing white tonight because a couple of players on Seton that are not with that fully locked in. He almost tried to windmill that.
And that layup made no sense.
Cam Williams for the 2. That was just an all Garcia show.
I was hoping for a poster.
Might get it here, but he can't catch the pass. Slams it home anyway.
That's a business decision there from Dylan Alvidrez. Said, you know what? I think I'm good. Don't need to contest that one, Alex.
I'll call it on AJ Mundumba. Now on Dua will check in for the first time.
Jackson Bruning in for Seton as well. They're running a lineup that is full of bench players minus Miguel Grijalva, the point guard.
Knights only have, or I should say they have 3 starters in. One of them, Cam Williams, almost forces a turnover. Grijalva, cross-court pass. Foul, I believe on Maciel. That should put Seton at the free throw line. Is on Anthony. Barone will head to the free throw line. Did you realize it was country night?
Oh, there's the wave again. I did see that, yeah.
Some cowboy hats.
You know, the Bleacher Creatures, they do a good job of planning things. I like to see the themes.
Maciel will get 2 free throws.
You know, it's fun to see them here for a regular season game, but for an open division playoff game, I think these Bleacher Creatures might explode. You know, they've got a lot of chants prepared, and I'm sure they'll create some new ones depending on the matchup. It's just how they roll.
Almost a Joakim Noah style free throw there. Maciel.
It looks like his left foot is in front of his right when he shoots, which is surprising from a right-handed shooter. At least from the free throw line. Usually line it up with your right-hand foot. At least that's how I was taught.
Of course, Bryce Drew in attendance here tonight. Teach them the Valpo free throw. The old story goes in Valparaiso, Indiana, when they taught the Valpo free throw, Valparaiso High School had the 2nd highest free throw percentage in the country, regardless of level, behind the Boston Celtics, Chris.
Wow.
Shot nearly 90% from the free throw line. Styles for 3. Short. Dua, his pass a little too long for Styles there. Jaden Bean dribbles out of bounds.
It's fairly indicative of the night this entire Seton team's been having. I think St. Mary's has to clear the bench pretty soon here.
Styles can't hit there. Good work, Maciel. Good dish, good finish. Effort from Anthony. He gets to turn into 2 for Styles. Testing the ball handling of Alvidrez. Trying to go all the way, gets swatted, and they're going to call a jump ball here. Knights ball.
The length of Anthony Maciel has been missed at times for St. Mary's, especially on that full court press. He's one of those guys like Cam Williams where he's tall, but his wingspan is longer.
Dua, free throw line jumper, no. Good to see him back and healthy. Maciel, that is. Good cross-court pass. It gets Whitus his first lay-in. Now Styles, guarded by Barone. Gets into contact, high off the glass. More free throws coming for him.
mean, he's just one of those guys that, we say this every game, but he's just impossible to guard. He's so in control of his body. He gets you up in the air. He knows how to draw contact, and he knows how to get to the free throw line. And that's why his improvement from the line in particular has been something to note, because he shoots a lot of free throws.
Short on that one, just his second miss tonight. 7 of 9 now from the line. Knights by 38. All on the floor, finally picked up by Burns, out for a 3, and he splashes it. Dylan Alvidrez, the junior. Styles gonna hold for the last shot, it looks like, with 30 seconds left. He's dribbling to waste a little bit of time. Send a double team, now he's got a man on his hip. Colby Barnes, he's open for 3, and that's a bit long. Alvidrez will grab the rebound. 15 seconds in the third. Tipped out of bounds, and the Knights will take over with 10. Styles loves these moments. Clock winding down. Step back, pump a couple of times, finds Maciel, who airballs that one. Had to shoot the grenade there with the clock ready to expire. After 3, the Knights, great command.
62-27, and the suffocating defense that St. Mary's has played all night might be their best team defense effort so far this season. That's what's really been the difference maker, and forcing turnovers, leading to buckets on the other end, and that's how you're able to get out to a lead like this. Is it always starts on defense.
Especially the way St. Mary's is constructed. The last 4 years that we've gotten to witness here, it's a lot of run and gun, a lot of the offense comes from that, and when you get teams, trying to take advantage of odd man rushes, 3-on-4s, stuff like that, get a team out of rhythm, and you can't really help on defense with Styles Phipps knifing through the lane. You don't have that guy behind you to slow him down. That's what makes everybody dangerous, is the Knights bring in a couple of other guys off the bench here.
Well, and we've talked about it before. John Ferendorf still injured. He's the best three-point shooter on this team, and besides him, it's really Styles Phipps, Kenny White, Colby Barnes holding the mantle from beyond the arc. And St. Mary's as a team, though, offensively is not, I would say, the greatest from the three-point arc, and a lot of their points come off turnovers, easy buckets, and so when they can force a team into this many turnovers, just like there, right on cue, that's a recipe for success for St. Mary's.
Running clock here in the fourth quarter. Will not stop until under a minute left. Ashton Muser working down to the post, and a 3-second violation called on him. He was working against another guy, Kobe Arzola, checked in for the first time.
He looked like he had position as well on the Seton senior.
Zane Mahunga checks in as well. A majority JV lineup in here, at least guys that showed action in that JV game. And now for Seton. Hatzikorzian grabs the board. Styles, step back 3, and 3 more free throws. Rodriguez and Kobe Barnes will check in.
Three shots.
Ref gave him the ball back rather quickly there. He couldn't get into his routine and missed off to the right that time.
Yeah, kind of a bizarre pass, I thought. I don't know how to describe it.
Seton was trying to box out there. They didn't realize that he's got a third coming. Styles today 10 for 13 from the line. That looks like his day is going to be finished there. Another solid effort from him. 5:35 and counting left in this game. Usher gets the steal. He's going to run the break. Finds Barnes into the lane. Fouled and one.
Barnes has just been so good at finishing through contact as well so far this season. He's not just a one-dimensional scorer. He gets it done from all angles.
Point Book, more like Point Muser on that one.
Yeah. So Jokic.
Now the dish for Matsakorjian as he finds Rodriguez for Till. Knights by 41. Dribbles off his foot. Scrum for that basketball. Pounding everybody out of bounds, and it'll stay with Seton. St. Mary's bench loving the effort, though. Mateus Jefferson also in the basketball game.
It's a sign of a great team, you know, when your starters come out and they're still into the game like that for the bench. They want to see them succeed, want to see them play well. In my opinion, that's a sign of a good team.
Arzola. Bang! Bleacher Creatures going nuts for that one.
Should have put him in earlier.
The senior. Barnes, drive baseline. Jumper no good. Muser through contact. Still head to the line. Knights drawing fouls left and right here.
His first 13th foul. Ashton Musser at the line, 2 shots.
Ashton's second free throw. Good, he hits them both. It's up 40 again. 3 minutes to go.
Zane Mongu checked in as well for Seton on that last free throw attempt.
Running plays for Alvidrez.
And
he turns it over.
I mean, what's going on here? It looks like they're going to put their starters back in, 3 of them.
Garcia, Foskey, Padilla.
Kind of a surprising decision, in my opinion, with running clock, 2 minutes left, down 40. Not totally sure what that does for you, but Carter Abbey's going to make the decision to put them in.
Much better style choice from him tonight, I might add, than what he had the other day.
Not a fan of the tie?
Well, it was the tie with the untucked T-shirt that looked kind of like a flannel material with black jeans.
Yeah, I like when my coaches dress up, Alex.
When they dress up, yes.
What's wrong with the suit? You know, the suit's
no,
gone away.
He wasn't wearing a
I
suit.
know, but what happened to the suits? Though?
Hey, I don't hate the suit. Plus, that's how you know when a coach is frustrated. You know, Bobby Hurley take off the jacket, and you rip off the tie. Start flailing your hands in the air and just as long as Tony Padilla is not the official. Good move there from Ashton Muser. Minute 30 to go.
Saw that one going a mile away.
Oh, here we go. Mismatch on the lob. First layup, one dribble, and Arteas Jefferson.
I mean, that was a volleyball spike if I've ever seen one.
Padilla. Short. Sebastian grabs the board. Long outlet. And clock will stop with 59 seconds.
Still nice ball.
So Knights will win their 11th in a row. They're 10-0 here in the 2024 calendar year. Still undefeated in region play. And also with this victory, they will secure and clinch the region championship.
He is crafty. Kobe Arzola, I'm serious right now.
He's even getting the respect of the bleacher creatures down there.
I mean, he got blocked hard on that last possession. He comes down, feels the guy on his hip, slows down, draws the contact, and finishes through.
And now he's going to get it kicked back out to him. He's going to drive in. Looking for an assist. Foskey. Garcia, air ball. That was a pass. Call it a pass to Padilla. Point Muser.
Oh my
give me that.
goodness!
Oh, baby! The finish!
Wow.
Point Ashton is back. Here comes a three. Air ball, brick, whatever you want to call it. That'll do it. Padilla wants an extra steal. Rodriguez calmly dribbles it through, and the Knights, they win this game by a close 42-point margin at the end.
Yeah, nice controlled victory for St. Mary's from start to finish tonight. You know, Seton did take that 7-6 lead in the first quarter, but once the Knights regained the lead, they never looked back. And just another team victory that St. Mary's has grown to see over these last 11 games.
And again, they do clinch the region crown even with 2 games left because they defeated Mesquite twice, so they'll have the tiebreaker over them and continue on as their next game Wednesday. We'll have that right here on We Are SM Hoops YouTube Live. I believe notes until then, Chris.
No, I just think St. Mary's is really playing great team basketball at the right time, and Coach Lopez, I'm sure, is loving it. You know, you go back to we talked to him before each season, and he wants his team to be playing this way at the end of the season, not the beginning.
Yep.
And that's why he schedules St. Mary's schedule this way. And so for it to be working out like this, heading into the last week of regular season play, or excuse me, midway into regular season play, the last week that is, and into playoffs, that's how you want your team to be looking. So another commanding victory by St. Mary's, and I think everyone in that locker room's got to be happy tonight.
Final score in this one, St. Mary's 76, Seton Catholic 34. Until Wednesday, for Chris Ferendorf, Alex Coyle, and so long.